Hey there, this is Micah Bales, and I wanted to ask you guys a question about language. I find that as a blogger and as someone who's expressing himself on the internet, words are super important, and I can use one word and really connect with people and use a different word and it can completely turn people off or confuse them and send the conversation off on a tangent. I'm trying to figure out what word I should be using to talk about the system that we find ourselves in, or the system of systems where we are just sort of hurled along in a cycle of death and destruction. So for me, the best word I've found to talk about this, to talk about the whole complex of powers and structures and addictions and modes of operating with each other that aren't healthy, I use the word empire as sort of a timeless word that talks about the ways that human beings we build up our towers of Babel, we build up our Rome and our Egypt and our Babylon. We build these things up, these human structures, these human powers, and we make them God. We make them the ultimate. And we make them the thing that is going to deliver us from want and from fear, and it's going to give us prosperity and security. And so I use the word empire to talk about this. I've heard other words used. I hear people, at least people used to talk about the system or the man or whatever, terms like that for talking about this complex of culture and institutional structures and governmental power that all come together, they converge to create our reality that we're in today, and that often hold us in bondage. So I want to ask you, is empire the right word? Is this a word that connects with you? Is this a word that makes sense to you? If not, what's the word? Is there another word for empire that you've discovered that you think would resonate more widely than the word empire that I tend to use? So go ahead and drop a comment at the bottom and let me know what you think, because I'm sort of at a loss for how to name this without calling it empire.